Hello, Dr. Vicki Peterson here. I wanted to speak to you today about canker sores in the mouth. So these are not cold sores that tend to be on the line between the lip and the face. Those are usually caused by a virus, and herpes infection is a very common cause. But these are canker sores that tend to be more on the inside of the mouth. They can come about spontaneously, no trauma. Or they can also come about because you bit the inside of your mouth, maybe while you were chewing something or talking. So there's a couple of different ways they can come about, but they can be very painful. They can make it difficult to talk and smile. They can last for a long time. They can actually become infected so that one feels ill with them. And especially if you're getting them chronically, it can just be very, very difficult. And getting to the root cause is really what it's all about. So I wanted to share with you some root causes that we've always known about, at least here at Health Now, as well as a new cause that we've discovered. So what we've learned in the past, and of course your mouth is the beginning of your digestive tract. We don't necessarily think about it that way, but it is. And so the first thing you want to look at is, are you eating anything that you're having a sensitivity to or some sort of reaction to. For me personally, I used to suffer with canker sores when I was younger, and once I discovered my gluten intolerance, they abated. It wasn't just me. We've seen it in many number of patients who experience the same thing. So the first thing is to rule out a food sensitivity, whether it's gluten, dairy, or something else, although gluten tends to be a big one in this regard. Also, once again, as I said, because digestion begins in the mouth, you want to look at your enzyme levels. Make sure you have enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach and enough pancreatic enzymes that are being produced by the pancreas, but they're being secreted into your small intestine, because that helps with digestion. So really those were the two major things that we would look at as far as our patients were concerned. Also infections, to make sure there's no infections that are altering the entire digestive tract. So that's something we look at with secondary effects of gluten, make sure there's no parasites, amoebas, things like that. And even though they're in the small intestine, they can really affect the entire digestive tract. So that's really what we've done thus far. And then recently discovered that the pH of the body can really have a big effect, especially on these traumatic canker sores, meaning you bit the inside of your lip, or you went to the dentist and there was a little trauma, or as I said, you did it by accident, talking, chewing, eating, and kind of nicked a little bit the inside of the mouth, and then a canker sore developed after that. So the pH is very important as far as the healing is concerned. An easy way to check your pH is just get some pH strips from your drugstore. There's individual strips you can get, or just on a little roll, almost like dental floss, and it's yellow paper. It's probably about 1/4 of an inch wide, and you just tear off a little bit and you put it under the stream of your first morning urine. So when you first get up, you get a little bit of that urine on the strip of paper, and you'll see what your pH is. And where we like it is in the mid-range. So the color that it will turn is kind of an olive green color. On the very acid end of it, the paper doesn't even change color. As a matter of fact, I remember many years ago testing my pH, and I was like, there's something wrong with this paper, because I put some urine on it and it never didn't change color. That's not a good sign. That means you're too acidic. But on the other end of the spectrum, it tends to turn kind of a purpley blue, and that, even though it's a high pH, it also is indicative of being too acidic. So you want to be right in the mid-range, in that kind of, as I said, olive green range is the color that it turns. And this is important not only for keeping the pH of the mouth healthy so that you don't develop canker sores, but it's also very, very important for the entire body's health. So it's an easy way to kind of check your entire body's pH as far as your GI tract is concerned, and you do want an alkaline pH. What's very interesting about it is the way to get an alkaline pH is not to eat Well, it's to eat alkaline-forming foods, which counterintuitively are not what you would think. So oranges and lemons and these foods that feel very acidic actually make your body alkaline. So a little counterintuitive there, I understand, but lots of vegetables and fruits, especially the citrus fruits, are very, very wonderful for creating an alkaline pH. And then the things that you would think are soothing, you know, like dairy products, as an example, are actually acid forming. So you can just go on the internet and look at the alkaline foods and the acidic foods and kind of see where your diet tends to fall. But many of us are weak in the fruits and vegetable consumption, and that will go a long way toward bringing your pH to the alkaline level. But if you know anybody plagued by canker sores, or you yourself are, they are very annoying. They are indicative of not the best health of the entire GI tract. So not only will you be getting rid of these very annoying sores in your mouth, but you'll also be increasing the health of the entire GI tract, which is very, very healthy. And as we know, a healthy gut goes a very long way to making the entire body optimally healthy. So I hope that was informative and you learned some things. Let me know if you have any questions. I do love hearing from you. And until next time, I wish you very good health.